So, those of you who follow astrology will have heard of this thing they call eclipse season. Eclipse season is the time, about approximately 2 weeks, between the solar and lunar eclipses. And it happens twice a year. We are now in that time. We just had a solar eclipse, and the lunar eclipse, I think, is next week. And indeed, has in fact been a little wonky.
Why did they think like that? You know?
For example, just the other day we took the boat out, and not 4 minutes out of the dock,
Hang on.
we had a breakdown.
The temperature was like good for a second, and then it just jumped up.
Cause you not to be sucking water into.
And of course, you know, what's funny is that this is not the only thing. A lot of things have been kind of going wonky. At work, for example, I've had 3 major breakdowns, and on my automobile, and several friends' automobiles, and then some pet disasters. A friend's cat got terribly ill suddenly, and my daughter's dog ran off, got terrified by some gunfire, and ran off, and like one thing after the other. I mean, I know that skeptics will say, oh, you're just picking and choosing. Things always happen all the time, but I can feel the difference. We thought we might be able to limp back to shore, but it soon became impossible. Luckily, some good Samaritans that we had actually seen earlier in the day, towing some people, saw us miserably paddling with our paddleboard paddles, trying to get this big boat to move, and had pity on us and towed us back to shore. I guess this is their practice. They ride around the lake and just help anybody who's stranded. You know, I'm not terribly familiar with boat culture, but this is a very boat person kind of thing to do. Boat culture is extremely friendly and helpful, and I've just been impressed by the kindness and community that we've met here out on California waterways. But you know, there's still some disappointment. But actually, it was such a beautiful day, and everyone was so nice, and we're having an adventure, and the water was perfect to swim in anyway, and we decided to just think of it as a success.
Hold on, one more video.
Yep, one more adventure.
Yeah. I don't know if I want that video.
Yeah, it's
It reminds us also to think always about paying it forward. Are we there and helpful when we cross someone else's path in need? Luckily, in several of the eclipse season situations, there have been positive outcomes. Not in all of them, of course, which is life. But sometimes when things go wrong, the memory and the experience and the people you meet and that whole situation of making a wrong turn, sometimes it just turns out to be a right turn and just the perfect day you needed.
Thank you. You guys are awesome.
You guys have a good day.
Have a great one.
And so our Bullards boating day was a dud. But you know the old saying, take time to smell the roses. In Northern California, there's so much beauty, so many roses to smell, as it were, so much gorgeous water to swim in, that we take every excuse we can to jump in the water. Of course, his dock was scorching hot. Blazing steel on bare feet. Not a good idea.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to jump in and then go get the truck.
That's a good order.
I grew up in some wild places and should have been in and out of the water as a child, but in my autistic, neurodivergent childhood and a mother who was fearful to push me, I was afraid of going on adventures like this and jumping in ponds and rivers and off of dams and rocks and cliffs. Luckily, this crew drags me out and I'm beginning to enjoy some of these more youthful pleasures. It was a lovely afternoon and I allowed myself to get distracted by the surrounding beauty. The lovely willows wafting in the wind and the turquoise waters flecking the sky. Once we had loaded up our poor little limping boat, we decided to make it a swim day. We could have saved the trouble of towing the boat and just gone to the river. We have so many wonderful swimming spots, but that's all right. We can always swim in the lake. Who needs a boat to float? Of course, I know we share this world with people we don't always agree with, but we share this world, this wonderful, beautiful place, which is the birthright of all people and all the creatures who live here. I can never not be amazed and grateful for these surrounding beauties, and grateful to be dragged out of my bear cave once in a while to jump into them and enjoy it firsthand, to ground in the coolness and on the rock and in the air. While the day seemed at first to have been a wasted effort, it nonetheless turned into a wonderful adventure and a very nice day. In fact, before we knew it, the day had fled, the light was beginning to angle, and it was time to drag our tired machinery home and try and figure out how to fix it. But that inspired the idea that we should all gather at the house and have a house party and make a feast and drown our sorrows. Back on the road to adventure, where around every corner is a mystery, a potential breakdown, or potential breakthrough. It's up to you. But may your breakdowns be few. Be well, my friends. Ciao.